Alright, it is the Ryan23491 show on BWC Internet Radio. You are watching it on the BWC America YouTube channel. So let's get things started off. We got a pretty wide variety of topics. The Brett Favre situation gets more and more interesting every time I see it. We'll start with that, but also we're gonna have the clusterfuck to end all clusterfucks. It is the MLB Amateur Draft, and it is crazy this year, especially. And then in the NBA Finals, the Lakers will try to close out the Magic 3-0 in Orlando as the series shifts back there. And a little bit of Stanley Cup. The Red Wings will be trying to wrap it up in 6, while the Penguins will be trying to force a pivotal Game 7, and that's what to expect today. But let's start a little bit with Brett Favre. I don't know what to make of this. When I was setting up things for the show today, I didn't really know if I wanted to talk about the Brett Favre situation today, because it's so screwed up. I hope you've been following this, because I'm just going to go through it quickly how it happened. Brett Favre retired because his shoulder was bothering him, and I thought, okay, good. It's because of injury, which means he's done. Nobody comes out of retirement after being injured, unless you're Brett Favre. And then what happened is the Jets released him, which made him think, ooh, I can go to Minnesota. So he goes to Minnesota, and for about half a week or so, it was like a couple months ago, he was just kind of trying to screw around everyone, trying to figure out what he really wanted to do. And at that time, I was extremely upset with him, as I am now. If he came back, which it looked like he was going to, for sure, he'd even be there for minicamp, so he'd have a lot of time to learn the system. I was thinking, you cannot be serious with this again, and you're doing it to the Packers, a franchise you gave the best 16 years of football that you could. You gave them playoff appearances, a Super Bowl, you made it to another one, and lost to John Elway. You almost made it to the Super Bowl your final year in Green Bay, and I will believe this until my dying breath. If Brett Favre would have just skipped the bullshit, just decided to come back, go to OTAs, go to everything that is required in the offseason for Green Bay and every football franchise, and just not even considered retiring because the team he had was so ready to win. In 2008, in this 2009 offseason, we would be talking about the Green Bay Packers as the defending Super Bowl champions. I am going to believe that until the day I die, or at least until the day the Packers win another Super Bowl. And what's going on now is that he had shoulder surgery to get the shoulder issue he has. I think it's a torn tendon. I'm not exactly sure what the injury is. I'll try to find it online and then I'll let you know. But the specifics of it are the Vikings, Brad Childress specifically, gave him a deadline as at the end of this week. Make a decision. You're either coming back or you're not. And Brett Favre passed. He had a couple throwing sessions last week, and he said the shoulder still hurt. I got my fingers crossed that he won't come back, because I hate this. I hate this media circus thing. And if he comes back in a Minnesota Vikings uniform, which if he comes back, it will be in a Minnesota Vikings uniform regardless, I have a feeling that he will, without a doubt, I do not think that they should retire his number. I do not think the Packers should retire Brett Favre's number, because you went and you played for a rival. This is not the San Francisco 49ers letting go of Joe Montana after, well, he retired, and then he came back and he went to play for the Chiefs. It would have been a little bit different if he had gone to the Seahawks, if he had gone to, I'm trying to think of, St. Louis, if he'd gone to St. Louis, somewhere in that division where the 49ers cannot stand that team. I'm trying to think. Type a comment, let me know. The 49ers, what's their arch rival? I'm trying to think of who it would be. It's either St. Louis. It's definitely not Arizona. Let's just leave them out of it. And Seattle. I don't know who they're more excited to play. There's no, real Patriots-Jets kind of rivalry thing going on there. But anyway, getting back to the main subject here, which is Brett Favre. Someone in his inner circle, a close family member, goes to the nicest hotel in Green Bay, a Midway Motor Lodge. And by the way, in Green Bay, a dive is considered the nicest place in town. I have nothing against the city of Green Bay. It's just kind of how it is. But anyway, this person in their inner circle reserved up to 25 to 30 rooms in order, on the weekend where Minnesota goes to Green Bay. I'm trying to go find the date here. It's sometime in November. Give me a moment here. It's sometime in November. I can get the exact date for you. I just got to get a schedule in front of me. But basically, this family is getting ready to go see Brett Favre play in a Vikings uniform against Green Bay in Green Bay. And I'm trying to find the schedule. One moment here. Oh, God damn it. Team. I think it should be there. I completely apologize for the for this inconvenience because I decided not to put a Green Bay schedule in front of me. He's in Minnesota the weekend of November 1st. Thank you very much. He'll be in the weekend of November 1st to do this, and they reserve 25 to 30 rooms, so they're going to have a lot of family there. And this really blows my mind because he was injured and he's done, and now he wants to come back against a arch rival of the Packers, which is absolutely ridiculous. I find it insane that he would even do this, and he wanted to do it because he knows Brad Childress' offensive system. I don't give a shit. Okay, he was a Packer, a career-long Packer, and he goes to the Vikings. I'm cool with him in the other conference. The only way we'd see him is in the Super Bowl, and Green Bay wasn't headed there in the first place. But now it's an arch rival, and the thoughts are: is he going just to stick it to Green Bay because they forced him to retire? And that's obvious. I was sympathizing to Brett Favre because Coach McCarthy and Ted Thompson. It's pretty clear that they were pressuring Brett Favre into retirement because they wanted to get Aaron Rodgers' career started because, maybe Rodgers had a little something to do with that. Maybe he goes and he says, yeah, I better be starting next year, otherwise I'm going to get the hell out of here. And if that's the case, a Hall of Fame, you're going to let a Hall of Famer, he's old, but a Hall of Famer nevertheless, in for some unproven kid at the time. Now, I like Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a good player, and I think he's a nice guy. I don't think he'd ever do something so undermined and dirty, but that it could be the case. It's open for discussion. And moving on, as I said before, the clusterfuck to end all clusterfucks is on the way. I will be talking about the MLB amateur draft and all the ridiculousness that involves it. This is the ryan23491 show on BWC Internet Radio.